afternoon, and welcome to the Idaho Business Review's 22nd Annual Accomplished Under 40 Awards Program. My name is Cindy Suffin. I'm the publisher for the Idaho Business Review. I am delighted to be your host this afternoon, along with editor Lauren Bono, who will be joining us shortly. We have an exciting program in store for you, and we are glad you made the time to join us today to recognize these incredible 40 honorees. The Idaho Business Review has been providing business news and recognizing outstanding leadership for over 37 years. In that time, we have remained on point with our mission by providing essential information to our readers, keeping you informed and connected. Our foundation is built on innovation, and pivoting our live events to this online-based program this past year is exemplary of this. We're excited to reunite again in person in the months to come, but in the meantime, to continue to recognize exceptional achievement, we are proud to provide a program where we can celebrate these individuals in a safe and responsible format that allows you to participate in the program. We are asking each of you to use the chat box found on the right side of your screen. We want to hear from you. The chat feature allows you to chime in during the program and congratulate the honorees. If you are posting to social media, we invite you to use the hashtag IBREvents. If you're an honoree, post a photo with your award. Viewers, give a shout out and cheer on your favorite honoree. While we may not physically be together, we can join together giving accolades to the honorees on social media. Accomplished Under 40 is one of 7 awards programs produced annually by the Idaho Business Review. This program recognizes individuals under the age of 40 whose impressive accomplishments are worthy of recognition. Before we get to the awards portion of the program, I want to recognize our sponsors. The sponsors of this program identify with the importance of honoring the accomplishments of young leaders in Idaho. And this program would not be possible without their support. Let's take a moment to thank them. Our virtual event venue sponsor is Boise Center. We are bringing you this awards program from the Boise Center Virtual Studio. Boise Center is committed to providing a clean, healthy environment for its employees, clients, and guests, and has implemented a clean and safe plan that closely follows guidance from the CDC, GBAC, and local health authorities. Proven protocols and systems are in place for cleaning and disinfecting the venue. Key upgrades were swiftly made last year to increase Boise Center's virtual meeting capabilities. The venue offers a wide array of video conference and streaming services. A fully customized event studio has been added, complete with staging, lighting, and cameras. Whether you're planning a meeting or a special event, Boise Center is open and ready to assist you. Boise Center has an incredible team to work with, and I want to thank them for their efforts and their support of this program. Our virtual celebration sponsors are Bank of Idaho, Capital City Development Corporation, CSHQA, Holly Troxel, Holland and Hart, Idaho School Boards Association, KPMG, Tate's Rents, TOK Commercial, and UBS. Thank you to all the Accomplished Under 40 sponsors. We appreciate your support. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce and welcome Idaho Business Review editor Lauren Bono to tell you how the Accomplished Under 40 honorees were selected, and then we will be moving into the awards portion of the program. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you, Cindy. Good afternoon, everyone in the virtual audience. I am especially excited, as I hope you are as well, to celebrate the winners of what I think is a really impressive award. The Accomplished Under 40 program recognizes the achievements of young professionals who are laser focused on changing our state for the better, super motivated, and well accomplished, hence the name of the awards. To start, I'd like to tell you how the Idaho Business Review selected the 40 Accomplished Under 40 winners for our 2021 program. Throughout the year, we accept nominations from anyone in the community who knows the individual well and can speak to his or her experience. These nominators can be known or anonymous to the honoree. When the nomination window closes, the accomplished individuals are informed of their nomination, and then they must submit an application and include other materials such as resumes and letters of recommendation for consideration. A judging panel made up of previous year's nominees and winners then selects the top individuals who consistently demonstrate professional achievement, leadership, mentorship, and community service. The accomplished individuals being honored this year represent a wide variety of industries and a diverse array of companies, government bodies, and nonprofit organizations across the state from Coeur d'Alene to Idaho Falls, and include everything from law offices to salons to banks. The Accomplished Under 40 Awards shine a spotlight on the hard work and dedication it takes to reach the professional success these individuals have achieved in Idaho at such a young age. The individuals you will meet shortly are making bold moves, putting themselves out there and setting the standard for future generations of GEM state professionals. Each of our honorees has qualities we all aspire to emulate and accomplishments we admire. They are influential in their respective fields, are actively engaged in the community, and consistently make time to help others. They are quite simply inspirational, and we are proud to honor them. In case you were wondering, the physical awards for their outstanding achievement have already been delivered to the winners within the last few days. And while we're not just yet ready to celebrate in person with traditional acceptance speeches, we will still be hearing from each winner today, thanks to video interviews conducted over the past several weeks. Feel free to respond to what you hear by posting comments to the chat or using hashtag #IBREvents. It's time to meet the 2021 Accomplished Under 40 Award winners. Let's unveil our first 5 honorees, who all make valuable contributions to their community, volunteer their time, and advocate for opportunities for the next generation of leaders.
Sarah Bettweiser, a first-generation college graduate, owns and operates Signet LLC, a government and public affairs consulting firm. From 2012 to 2019, she was involved with the Idaho Governor's Cup Scholarship Fund, where she helped raise millions of dollars for Idaho students. Bettweiser also volunteers as a board member and vice president of the Strengthening Committee for Family Advocates for the Court-Appointed Special Advocates Program, an advisory board member of Idaho Voices for Children, and a programs committee member for Idaho Youth Ranch.
I am the first person in my family to graduate from high school, but also from college. And as I've navigated those waters, I've had so many helping hands. And so I think for me, what drives me on a daily basis is trying to provide that example to others, and particularly my children. I want to show them that hard work and grit gets you where you want to be, and that if you work hard at anything, then you can actually accomplish anything. I'm fortunate to be a mother to 2 older kids that I took custody of, guardianship of, and then got pregnant with my son not long after. And so navigating that crazy year of no kids to 3 kids is absolutely what I am the most proud of, what I'm the most grateful of. I am just humbled beyond belief to be included as part of this group. I am eternally grateful for my colleagues, for the folks who have mentored me, the folks who have supported me and my family, who continues to support me, even when I'm totally unsupportable. Same goes for my friends. Just thank you to all who made this possible. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Nick Blasius is the Executive Director of First Tee Idaho, an international youth development program that reinforces integrity, respect, and perseverance through the game of golf. He credits his success to his ability to bring people from different backgrounds together by building sincere, genuine, and meaningful relationships. Before moving into his current position, Blasius was the head golf pro at Plantation Country Club from 2018 to 2019. He has also been a board member of the Idaho Junior Golf Foundation since 2017 and serves as VP of the Rocky Mountain Section PGA.
I guess behind my drive to succeed is just giving back to the youth in our communities. As somebody that was born and raised here, it's really fun to see the kids enjoy the game of golf as I did when I was growing up. So I guess that's really what pushes me, is to make sure that they're getting what I got out of golf, and it's going to help them in their lives and their careers and their relationships and things like that. I'm really proud of the fact that I achieved the Youth Player Development Award for the Rocky Mountain section last year. It was just an honor to be nominated by my peers and recognized for the efforts I'm making in that area, and feels great to just give back to the kids and let them enjoy the game like I have. I'd like to thank the staff here at First Tee Idaho. We're a really small staff. It's myself and one other person that are full-time. Her name's Katie McKelvey. She's our program director. And without having her on this team, we wouldn't be where we're at. Also, just want to thank my dad for getting me into the game of golf at a young age.
Congratulations, Nick.
Dre Campbell, PhD, is a licensed clinical supervisor and clinical social worker for various agencies. For the last 3 years, he has served as a professional development consultant for the city of Nampa, Syringa Behavior Health, and Interfaith Sanctuary Homeless Shelter. Previously, Dr. Campbell worked as an assistant professor for Pathways College and Northwest Nazarene University. His current role is a commercial real estate broker for NAI Select, which allows him to support small business owners, investors, landowners, and building owners.
I have always enjoyed climbing to new peaks and trying to prove that I'm valuable in lots of ways. And so that has kind of grown with me as I've gotten older. And as I've gotten older, spiritually, I've grown as well to identify as a Christian. And in that, my desire to succeed has come from a desire to serve people. I'd just like to thank my wife for all the support she's given me through this process, my family for supporting me and giving me the ability to be here today, and the options through all the schools. I've had a lot of good professors throughout my day, and a lot of good coaching and a lot of good leadership around me that have encouraged me. There's a lot of people I really care about, a couple really close pastors in my life who've been substantial in influencing me to move towards integrity and move towards having authenticity in each of my careers and passions. I'd just like to say thank you to that, and thank you to every client who's taken a shot with me to help you find your needs met. And it's been exciting, the whole process. I'm thankful to God for being here.
Congratulations, Dre.
Nick Krabs, partner and chief community officer at Vinyl, was a self-made millionaire by the time he was 29. He started a software firm at 26, and within the first 18 months, the firm had grown from 6 employees to more than 50. Now, his focus is making sure others have access to the same opportunities he did. Krabs also serves as co-chair of Boise Entrepreneur Week, Idaho's largest community-driven event focused on supporting Idaho's growing entrepreneurial ecosystem.
For me, the drive to succeed, it really comes from two places. And the first one is pretty obvious. It starts early in life. Being pushed to succeed at the school, at both elementary, middle school, and high school. My parents were very smart about trying to motivate me. Obviously things and money worked pretty well. It still does, right? And so they were pretty good at trying to put those carrots in place to make sure that I was always achieving and working hard. The second thing is, I think, surround yourself with people who have the kind of success you want, right? So surround yourself with people who are already kind of doing the things that you want to do. And I mean, there's almost no way it can't rub off on you. Tips for staying motivated, I think knowing how and when to take a break. I mean, being able to stand up, get away from a computer, take a call in your backyard, get away from just looking at your email. I think keeping your pace throughout the day makes a lot of sense. Whatever your downtime is going to look like, whatever recharges your batteries, like schedule it in advance and stick to it. We've made a ton of investments in our community over the last year. As the Partners of Vinyl, we deployed about $1.5 million in capital into early stage companies. And I'm really looking forward to setting up a fund and actually making some institutional investments in some of these companies. And I think that's going to be really exciting when we get there.
Congratulations, Nick.
Mary Cronin is the Associate Vice President of Operations at St. Luke's Health System. She began her career at age 26 as a coordinator and worked her way up to her current role. During her tenure, Cronin implemented a centralized call center strategy for St. Luke's that improved productivity 250% and increased volume 10%. She also insourced management of the hospital's real estate portfolio, decreasing real estate costs by $500,000 annually. Cronin was honored with the Tribute to Women in Industry Award in 2011 and received the President's Award from St. Luke's in 2019.
I'm naturally curious, not in a way where I'm hungry to read everything, but more in that I really want to solve the coolest, hardest problems. And so by doing that and being wired that way, opportunity has really found me. And more than that, I've just had a lot of fun. I try to start every morning. I go to bed early and I get up early. I go to Pure Barre. I like to do that. It centers me, kind of quiets the voice that can sometimes take over in my head. And then when I get home, I can get my kids up and we can get ready together in the morning. And because my work day is so varied, starting each day with that consistent routine, connecting with my family, I think it has really helped me create balance in an environment which there isn't a lot of. I really love Boise, and I would love to be able to stay here to contribute to this community and really to take on the affordability of healthcare in a meaningful way for my family and for my friends that I care about.
Congratulations, Mary.
Congratulations to Sarah Bettweiser, Nick Blasius, Dre Campbell, Nicholas Krabs, and Mary Cronin. Now, let's meet our next 5 Accomplished Under 40 Award honorees, who are individuals who love to learn, find solutions to problems, help others, and prioritize making personal connections.
Jennifer Cummins is the owner of Cowgirl Compost and an attorney at JRC Land and Legal Services. She was admitted to the Idaho Bar in 2013 and actively manages and negotiates land acquisition projects through her law practice. While maintaining her own legal business, Cummins also works with businesses such as National Landworks LLC and Cornerstone Energy Services, Inc., and serves as a legal volunteer with the Idaho Innocence Project.
I've always had a serious internal drive to be productive, not necessarily to make a lot of money, but just to see the results of my productivity, to feel like I'm contributing, to feel like I have a project that I can always work on. And where does that come from? That basically comes from my mom to start out. She was a great role model that way. She was always working. She was always taking care of my sister and I the best way she could, and she did a wonderful job at that. And at the same time, she had a profession and she had clients, and I watched her have a lot of satisfaction from that. And so I wanted to emulate her. When I was younger, I thought as long as I'm working as many hours in the day as I can, I'm going to be the most successful at what I'm trying to achieve. And so it took a lot of hard knocks and some failures to realize that in order to be really productive, you have to balance things out. So that was how I came to my work-life balance. And now I'm pretty protective of it because I know how burned out you can get if you don't have it. So the thing that I make time for every day is take my dogs to the park in the morning before I start my workday. We go, we hang out, they run around. I'm outside in the sunshine, and it seems to really help me get going and have a good workday. Really, I want to thank my husband, Trent, because without him, I can't get any of this done, and it certainly wouldn't be as fun. He makes it all worthwhile. And coming in a very close second to that are my mom and my sister. They've always been a wonderful support system to me. I can't imagine going through life without them. And everyone who works with us at Cowgirl and JRC, we have a great team, and we just really appreciate them.
Congratulations, Jennifer.
Janine Daly is an audit partner at KPMG LLP. She also serves as the human resources partner for the company's Boise office, with direct responsibility over the recruiting and development of employees. Daly works with resource management in the company's Pacific Northwest business unit, monitoring and managing the overall scheduling of its Boise office audit engagements. Additionally, she serves in a national role on the Audit Quality Support Partner Team, continuing to assist engagement teams in the unit with questions and issues related to audit methodology and quality.
I work with great companies and great people, and I'm passionate about building those relationships, whether it's delivering a high quality product or coaching and mentoring my team members. So I'm invested in this career, and I want to do my part to drive continued success both for the firm that I work with and for the people that I interact with. For me, the most gratifying part of my career is watching others succeed in their own career path. So I'd love to just continue to grow our Boise practice and create those opportunities for others that I work with to, hit their own career milestones. I want to say that I'm honored to be recognized in this group of individuals and to play my role in this vibrant business community. And it's just so exciting to see such a wonderful group of leaders in Idaho, and what they've accomplished and how exciting it is to look forward to the future of the business community in Idaho.
Congratulations, Janine.
Benjamin Dalton, a financial advisor at UBS Financial Services, Inc., began his financial career through an internship with the company in 2011. After starting as a full-time client service associate at UBS the following year, Dalton quickly established himself as one of the leading financial advisors at the company. Recently named First Vice President of Wealth Management, he is one of only 6 individuals in Idaho to earn this recognition and title.
I've got a daughter who's turning 3 here in a few months, and I've got 2 twin boys that just turned a year old. And I would say that that's definitely the main driving success, or the main driving force behind the success, is doing everything for my kids. When my daughter was born in 2017, that really changed my whole outlook and perspective on why I come to the office and why I do what I do. When I leave home and I come to work, that's the one thing that I absolutely try to focus on, is focusing on work. Now, with social media and cell phones and all these different things, it can be really hard to try and focus. And so what I do, I put my cell phone on silence. I don't get any notifications. I put my cell phone off to the side so I can actually focus on work while I'm in the office. When it comes to, my family, they're my biggest means of support. My coworkers here in the office, it's the people that you interact with every day that support you with what you're doing. And my parents have been extremely instrumental in my success, and just want to thank all those people that have allowed me to be where I am today.
Congratulations, Benjamin.
Rachel Feltenberger is the executive director and owner of 3 Meridian Daycares, 10 Mile Academy, Brighter Beginnings, and Owl's Nest Daycare. She also holds multiple degrees in nuclear medicine, radiologic technology, and health science, and enjoyed a nearly 19-year career at St. Luke's Health System. Feltenberger began as a radiology technologist and quickly worked up to nuclear medicine supervisor. After 6 years, she was promoted to practice manager in the Cardiovascular Ancillary Services Department. In February 2021, she left her role at St. Luke's to invest her time in owning and operating her daycare facilities.
My parents are amazing people. They really set a high bar for myself, my brother, and my sister. And, there was something that my dad told me back when I was in high school that really kind of resonated with me. My dad spent over 40 years of his life serving in the military. He was a very loyal, dedicated man, dedicated to our family. And I just feel like that example that he set for us kids really was kind of the starting off point for, why I made some of the decisions I did early in life. Once I did get into a career, I started off in the medical field. So I spent almost 19 years at St. Luke's Health System, serving in lots of capacities. A lot of people around me that were a lot smarter and more successful really influenced decisions that I continue to make, both with my education and with my career. Lastly, I feel like I've got to give my husband the credit for my success as a business owner and entrepreneur. He really is, he's such an accomplished man in life. And honestly, before we met, I never really had a thought in my mind that I would ever move from the medical field over to being a business owner. I'm super glad that he influenced me and kind of gave me the confidence to do that. And here I am 3.5 years later with 3 businesses and very happy with the way things are going in life.
Congratulations, Rachel.
Josh Filzen is an associate professor of accountancy at Boise State University, from which he graduated with both bachelor's and master's degrees in accountancy. Filzen began his professional career as a financial statement auditor at Moss Adams LLP, and, after becoming a certified public accountant, was quickly promoted to a senior accountant's position. However, he decided to shift career paths and earn his doctorate in accounting from the University of Oregon. Before returning to Boise State University, he taught as an associate professor of accounting at the Michigan Technological University and the University of Nevada.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really sure where my drive to succeed comes from. I suppose mostly it comes from my family, who always taught me and frankly expected me to do the best that I could in whatever situation that I was in. And then also having their support, so both family, friends, and mentors then and now, is really important and impactful, I think, to achieving your goals. In terms of professional achievement, I think I'm most proud of going back and earning my PhD in accounting. That definitely took me out of my comfort zone and challenged me in ways that I had not been challenged in the past. Achieving a work-life balance is pretty easy because my wife really helps a lot to keep that in check for me. So I'm really lucky to have her there to help me maintain a work-life balance. In terms of what do I make time for every day, as I've begun to approach 40, I've become more acutely aware of the benefits of movement and exercise on a daily basis. So that's something that now is a must every day. I do some exercise. Next on my professional bucket list is I'm putting together a portfolio to get promoted to full professor. So in academia, there's really 3 ranks for a faculty member at a university. There's an assistant, associate, and full professor. So I'm definitely looking towards reaching that next level.
Congratulations, Josh.
A big congrats to Jennifer Cummins, Janine Daly, Benjamin Dalton, Rachel Feltenberger, and Josh Filzen. Now, I'd like to welcome back Cindy to introduce our next group of honorees.
Thank you, Lauren. And please continue to post in the chat feature at the right side of your screen. Our next 5 honorees are outstanding young professionals and problem solvers who have a passion for their community and believe success is a byproduct of finding what motivates you. Let's take a look.
Zach Fuller is the founding partner of Silent Sector, a cybersecurity firm. He has gained a wide range of experiences over the years, from serving in the Army Special Forces to co-founding several different companies that range from real estate to web-based training. As an expert in the cybersecurity field, Fuller's founding of Silent Sector in 2016 has resulted in the company serving mid-market and emerging companies across the country, including Ameriben and Sonora Quest Laboratories.
During the pandemic, it's hard to stay motivated all the time, but really work has to get done either way. So motivation ebbs and flows, and I don't think that's as critical as really having good habits and discipline and getting the work done. So we took that time to make the very best of it. The extra time we had not going to client sites, we actually wrote a book. We worked on the business. We got better at what we did, and it really helped us tremendously. Those results are showing incredibly well this year, and so we're excited. I mean, I think whenever you have downtime or a change, you need to take that opportunity. You need to look at the positive and realize the world's going to continue. The world's going to come out of that. So you need to keep driving forward regardless of what your motivation level is. First, I'd like to thank everybody over at the Idaho Business Review. You do a great job and do great things for our community. And I'd also like to let all those people out there know that are in a position of maybe discomfort or dissatisfaction. Maybe you realize that you're not using your skill set to its fullest and you're considering building a business, considering being an entrepreneur. I know it can be a scary first step, but I would say do it. Go for it. Push through, expand your comfort zone, because it will be extremely difficult, but it'll be extremely rewarding, and you'll be glad you did. Regardless of the outcome, you'll experience growth, you'll help others, and it's a great thing to do. So if entrepreneurship, if building a business is on your heart, on your mind, go for it.
Congratulations, Zach.
Lana Grabiel, Senior Communications Manager of Strategic Initiatives in Boise, arrived in the United States with her family as a refugee in 1990. Today, she applies her experience by working as a refugee community liaison for the city of Boise. In her role, she leads internal and external communications and oversees planning around the mayor's strategic initiatives. When the pandemic hit, Grabiel successfully executed a crisis communication strategy and worked hard to reach out to the city's most vulnerable communities.
I would say that my biggest drive to succeed comes from the influence of my mom. We arrived here as refugees in the early 1990s, and I watched from a very young age her rebuild her life. And she always did it with such grace and poise. And her main driver was to give back to the community and to help others who were in the same situation that we were, rebuilding their lives in a new country. And so when she passed away in 2013, I really took stock of my life and where I was going career-wise, and wanted to give back to our community in the same way that she did, which is what led me to work in the public sector and as a refugee community liaison. Switching to a digital-only lifestyle was a hard shift for me, as I know it has been for many people. I get a lot of my energy from working with people face-to-face, small groups, one-on-one, and so that went away. And especially not knowing how long we had to do that was really difficult. The things that I found to be really helpful were connecting with people via FaceTime or doing Zoom meetups, just to keep that connection alive. Work-life balance, I think, is so important for mental health and our well-being in general. To me, that means spending time with my two kids. I have two young boys, and so every day I dedicate uninterrupted time to just be with them, to engage with them, and to spend with them. Being active is also a huge part of my life, and so regardless of how crazy the day gets, I always try to find at least 30 minutes to go out for a run. I'm just so grateful to be recognized this way among the incredible peers that have also been recognized this year, and I just want to say thank you to my husband, who's been an incredible partner.
Congratulations, Lana.
Haley Hennessy is the CEO of Tate's Rents, where her leadership style inspires people professionally and personally. She leads the company with the mentality that doing the right thing by employees, by customers, and by the community always pays back tenfold in business returns. Hennessy even realized a dream of the former owner to transition the company to an employee stock ownership plan.
I just genuinely get a high off of watching improvement, seeing my efforts make something better, whether that's at work, at the gym, half marathon time, home improvement projects. I just love leaving something better than I found it, and I think I'll always be driven to solve complex problems or learn more if I know that can be the end result in any facet of my life. So Tate's Rents was hybrid. We had some people working from home and others who were essential on the front lines helping our community. But staying motivated during that time is tough, and I realized the value of the relationships that I have with my coworkers, friends, family, and I think that what kept me motivated was continuing to foster those relationships and being purposeful and not drawing back, connecting. And I think it really pointed out the value of those relationships, business-wise, personally, all around. So that's what kept me motivated, was continuing to foster those relationships and build them even through a tough year. I do owe a lot of my success to my family. I have a supportive and abundantly loving family. My parents have always made sure that every door has been open for me. They've been wonderful examples of what hard work, flexibility looks like. Grew up a military brat and moved all across the world growing up, and I think that taught me a lot of the skills that I use today in business. Very fortunate to have the background I do and the family that continues to let me pursue my dreams. So, thank you.
Congratulations, Haley.
Colin Hill, project architect and senior associate at CSHQA in Boise, has always tried to focus on others and improve their lives however he can. Hill credits his success to continuously gaining inspiration from different people in his life. These individuals, including his wife and their 5 children, have instilled a drive in him to reach his accomplishments and always look at the bright side of any situation. His advice for others to achieve success includes finding the right focus or motivation that could help ensure priorities are always kept in order.
I think my drive to succeed is largely based in my family. A lot of it is from my upbringing, from my parents. I think they were good at instilling in me a desire to do the right thing and to do your best. And then I think also my kids are a big motivator, and they help me want to show them the right way to do things and how to be a good person. So I'm most proud of being a dad. I have 5 kids and they're all awesome. So I'm really proud of that. I think professionally, my biggest achievement to date, I would say, is becoming a licensed architect. It's not exactly an easy process. There's a lot of hours that you have to accumulate, and then 7 exams that I had to pass, and they were not easy. So everything I do, a lot of it is in the digital world already. So there wasn't a big transition. I mean, it was a transition to go from working in the office to working from home. And it took me a minute to figure out where the best place at my house to work was. But I think once I figured that out, it was pretty easy. I guess my only trick is just to make sure that you have that disconnect between work life and home life. And I'm not great at it, but I try to have some disconnect between the two. The one thing that I try to do to help is that when I'm home, I try to be present and to not get too distracted by emails or whatever else it is. Those always exist. Your phone's always going to be buzzing with those things, but just to try to be present and focus on the things that are important. Just a big shout out to my family. Love you guys. You're the reason I do all of this.
Congratulations, Colin.
April Hoy uses her passion, natural leadership skills, and love for detail in her role as a research and policy specialist for the Idaho School Boards Association. She has helped 15 school boards rewrite their district or charter school policies and is in the process of helping 20 more. Within her lifetime, Hoy hopes to make the world a more just, humane place.
Well, I'm not sure I really have a drive to succeed per se. I just like working on projects that are interesting to me and that I think might do some good. So I think that tends to be what drives me. I guess the achievement that I'm most proud of has been my work to help school districts and charter schools update their policy manuals. Going through a board's policies top to bottom is a really Herculean task. It can really take a long time, but also have a really significant outcome, for the district. Well, honestly, I've been really fortunate when it comes to switching online. I tend to be pretty introverted, and I'm very lucky in that I have a job that was easy to move on or online. I have a comfortable place to work from home, and fortunately, I'm not balancing any parenting responsibilities. So I think I've been pretty lucky as far as the shutdown goes. When it comes to staying motivated, I've found one thing that helps is just taking, short breaks when I feel like I'm hitting a wall or I'm having trouble focusing. Just getting up and doing something else for 5 minutes really helps me. I think definitely the most important thing for me in being able to achieve a work-life balance has been having an employer that's very respectful of the fact that I have a life and important endeavors outside of work. The fact that they really provide space for me to do work that's fulfilling, but also are firm about, not letting that creep into my life outside of my 40 hours per week. They're always very firm about encouraging us to use all of our vacation time. So I feel like that's probably been the biggest help in maintaining that balance. Well, thank you very much for this award. It's really an honor to be recognized like this. I guess I'd just like to take a moment to thank my coworkers and my supervisors who supported me in achieving what I have in a work-related environment, and the others who helped me along the way.
Congratulations, April.
Congratulations, Zach Fuller, Lana Graybill, Haley Hennessy, Colin Hill, and April Hoy. We trust you are enjoying the Accomplished Under 40 celebration. Now, let's meet our next group of honorees who value relationships and believe in doing the right thing matters.
Dustin Keys, a project manager for Sletton Construction, credits most of his success to meeting the right people. However, his accomplishments demonstrate that his dedication and hard work have been a positive influence on his career. Throughout his career, Keys has brought in over $15 million worth of new contracts for his company and ran 2 charity golf tournaments, which raised more than $7,000.
I think at an early age, I was lucky enough to have parents who were really striving to have success, and that's something that I always wanted to resemble in them as well. And then now kind of transitioning to being a dad and a husband. I've got an amazing wife, Rachel, and kids, Lily and Parker, and I really want to show them the success that I saw as a child to hopefully mold them in that direction going forward in their lives. I've been pretty lucky to have quite a few successes in my early career, but I think this Accomplished Under 40 is really awesome because of the past individuals who have received the award and some of the people that are also getting this award this year as well. There's great talent in the Treasure Valley, and I'm really appreciative to receive this award. I think the biggest trouble I had was just the social aspect of it. I'm a very social person. Love the face-to-face interaction with people and networking, and obviously that was a lot more difficult. One of the things that I think tricks and tips would be just learning to stay flexible in life and adapting to the changes that happen. I think you kind of have to do that in all aspects of life, so this is no different. I just want to thank everybody for that nominated me for the award, and it really does mean a lot to me and my family, so thank you.
Congratulations, Dustin.
Chelsea Kidney, Division Chief of Health and Human Services in the Office of the Attorney General, embraces her purpose in life and gives it her all. Peers applaud Kidney's legal skills and abilities, stating she stands out as the most talented, professional, and compassionate attorney they've ever worked with. Kidney credits her success to her mentors and hopes to emulate those role models by assisting the next generation of attorneys.
I think that my drive to succeed comes from just wanting to make my parents and my grandparents proud. I know that they sacrificed a lot to get me to where I am, to help get me to where I am. And I just want to do the best that I can. They always taught me to do my best. And if your best is on one day different from the next day, that's fine, but just continue to do your best. And I also know that throughout my professional career, at least, there have been mentors, people who have helped me to get me to where I am. I want to emulate them. I want to emulate what they provided to me so that I can provide that to future generations, people coming up behind me, so that they can have the same or better opportunities than I've had. Well, I would say that the most impactful accomplishments I've had is the work that I got to do with the Idaho State Bar's trust section. We were able to create an endowment for other law students who were excelling in their tax classes to get a scholarship each year. And I thought that was probably the most long-standing and most impactful. But I think that I am most proud of the work that I've been able to do on behalf of the state of Idaho, working for the Attorney General's office for almost 10 years now. It's really different working from private practice, coming to a public sector role where your motivation, where your drive stems not from an individual accomplishment level, but mostly what you can do on behalf of the people of the state of Idaho. I really appreciate this opportunity to be included in the 40 Under 40 put on by the Idaho Business Review. I think it's a great opportunity to recognize people throughout our state for accomplishments that they may or may not get notoriety for. Of course, my boss, Nicole McKay, I have to give kudos to her along with the Attorney General. He's been fantastic to work with, and so is Nicole, and my family and friends for supporting me along the way, and my husband in particular for always wanting to make sure that I get to achieve my dreams.
Congratulations, Chelsea.
At 30, Tyler Kropp has already founded and sold his own company, served as a chief operations officer for a firm, and is now a director of marketing for the Bank of Idaho. Kropp believes his success stems from his dedication to community, evident in his involvement with several nonprofits and charitable organizations. To all of his endeavors, Kropp brings a good business sense with a dose of originality and positive spirit.
Drive for me really comes from the ability to help small business owners. At Bank of Idaho, we're committed to all of the customers that we serve, but in particular, we are a business-based bank. And it's been fascinating to see the ability for a community bank to help small business owners, especially during this last year during COVID and the pandemic. You can really see the customers that we work with, you can really see the small, narrow line between their business as well as, through to their family, and what our president and CEO, Jeff Newgard, says to the dinner table. So really, that's what gets me out of bed every day is just being able to help small business owners, achieve their financial dreams and make, success a reality, whatever form that takes. I'd just like to thank the Idaho Business Review for this amazing award. I would say that this award is just as much our executive team award at Bank of Idaho and not just a solo award. We've all worked countless hours this last year, as well as everybody in the industry and across the nation as a whole, to really help the communities that we're in. But I've got to give a shout out and a thank you to my personal mentor, President and CEO of Bank of Idaho, Jeff Newgard. So thankful for the opportunity and allowing me to, have the platform to be able to help the communities that we're in. And I'd also just like to give a shout out and a thank you to my family, my folks, for always believing in me and giving me the opportunities to, succeed here in the state of Idaho.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Caitlin McGuire is the Executive Director of Idaho STEM Action Center. She works with nonprofits, businesses, and more to execute site-wide competitions, professional development for educators, and grant programs. She aims to inspire children to never lose their sense of curiosity, which she believes will help them solve future societal challenges. McGuire's research has been published numerous times, and she was even invited to present her postdoctoral research of predictive performance of statistical computer models.
My drive really comes from my passion to make a difference or a change in the world. I'm a problem solver. by nature, and so I've always sought out jobs where I can make a difference either for society or our planet. And so this is really what gets me up every day and why I feel incredibly lucky to work with passionate people across the state to help students with STEM education every day in my job. I think the achievement I'm most proud of is actually a tie between receiving my PhD and becoming director of the STEM Action Center. Receiving my PhD was a result of a lot of determination, long work, and really self-driven passion for what I was learning. And so accomplishing that and receiving that was rewarding. On the other hand, becoming director of the STEM Action Center was a very humbling experience. To be recognized by my peers as a leader and given the opportunity to help students throughout the state through leadership was a different kind of accomplishment, one that I didn't really know I was seeking, but one that I feel very honored to have received. So to achieve a work-life balance, I turn off my email notifications at night. My team knows to text me if they need me, but I don't check email at night unless needed. And then I also make time to go to the gym 3 days a week. Being outdoors is really important to me, so I make sure I either go for a hike or bike ride each weekend. And then at night, I like to do puzzles to get my mind off work and get ready for bed. I'd like to thank IVR and my colleagues for nominating me and supporting me. I feel incredibly humbled to be amongst a wonderful group of people and to be recognized as a leader in the state. So thank you.
Congratulations, Caitlin.
Attorney Tara Malik co-founded Smith & Malik to improve upon the traditional model of a law firm. She prioritizes collaboration over competition and ensures her associates to establish a better work-life balance. Malik's pursuit of justice has prompted her to take on domestic violence cases and to protect the cultural and religious rights of tribes. In her role, Malik keeps up with the fast pace of litigation while taking extra steps to serve her community.
The achievement that I'm most proud of is building up this law firm that I'm co-owner of and establishing a place that people can be their true selves and have a great work-life balance. Switching to a digital lifestyle was a little bit difficult. I think I'm more of an extrovert than I thought pre-pandemic. But some of the tricks I learned was to take that time and opportunity to really focus on self-care and evaluating where I was in life and what I wanted out of life. I make time for family in my personal life, whether it's a phone call to my parents or my in-laws or my nieces and nephews. That really helps center me and ground me. And I also make time to really be grateful when I wake up every morning for what I have and where I'm at. I really appreciate this honor, and I am so grateful to be considered as one of the honorees amongst all these very accomplished professionals. I wanted to thank my team at Smith & Malik for their unwavering support and for the nomination.
Congratulations, Tara.
Well done, Dustin Keys, Chelsea Kidney, Tyler Kraup, Caitlin McGuire, and Tara Malik. Now let's welcome Lauren back to the stage.
Thanks, Cindy. So far, we've unveiled the first half of the honorees. I'm excited to hear what the next 20 have to say. Let's take a look at how these next 5 accomplished ladies are setting an example for other women as they focus on empowering and encouraging others as advocates for social justice, balance, equity, and inclusion.
Jenna McCulloch is the Director of Partner Engagement at the International Justice Mission, where she focuses on engaging partners of the mission. Prior to joining the mission, she spent 3 years working as the Director of Community Engagement for Wyakin Foundation, where she achieved a 105% year-over-year increase in individual donations. Through her work, McCulloch demonstrates genuine kindness, fearless authenticity, and commitment to caring for and lifting up those around her.
I believe that behind my drive to succeed is deep motivation that I learned from my parents. They taught me that hard work is everything. So from a very young age, I made it a point to pursue my passions in different ways. Now that looks like me pursuing my professional career, pushing myself to new heights. And I know that that comes from my upbringing. The achievement I am most proud of so far has to be this opportunity that I have with International Justice Mission. I've sought after this nonprofit, I've watched the work that they do, respect it, and have applied multiple times. And now I've been given this incredible opportunity to work as one of their directors for partner engagement, and I could not be more excited. I achieve a work-life balance by making sure that I block my time out. So something that's really important to me is making sure that I take a walk in the middle of the day, making sure that I make time for a lunch, especially making sure that I take my time off. So being in Idaho, being raised here in Idaho, I love the outdoors. And so something that's important to me is making sure that I make time for that, make time to go and mountain bike on the weekends. Thank you to Idaho Business Review for nominating me for this incredible award. Being an Idaho native, moving here when I was just 3 years old, this award means so much to me, and I cannot thank you enough. I also would like to thank my husband, Zach, for pushing me to stay motivated in all that I do and pursue my passions and my dreams. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Jenna.
As the co-founder and executive director of Inclusive Idaho, Whitney Mestel has worked to build inclusion and belonging for underrepresented and underserved Idahoans. Her experiences growing up helped shape her philosophy of working for a life of inclusion for all. She does good for the community at large, approaches each area of her life with enthusiasm, and has demonstrated an outgoing commitment to excellence in all of her endeavors.
When I think about my drive to succeed, I think it comes really from a really young age. I'm a child of adoption. I spent time in foster care, and much of my later success in life, so the things I've done past 18 years old, are sort of statistical anomalies. And there was a time, probably around 16 or 17, that I really didn't want to be a statistic. I really didn't want to age out of the foster care system. And I was pretty determined to do whatever it took to not do that. And I just think my own story of what my life could have been is probably my biggest driver in me wanting to be successful. In an award ceremony like this, most people have graduated from college. It's something that I've talked about quite a bit lately in the last year or so. But the woman who raised me raised over 50 children. And when I graduated from college in 2014, I was the first one to graduate from a four-year institution. The statistics also, again, of foster children, folks who are in foster care that attend college and then graduate with a four-year degree, and that are also Black women, are astronomically low. And so there are many moments, and it's not lost on me, that I've achieved something that sort of the world has said that I wouldn't be able to do.
Congratulations, Whitney.
Genevieve Nutting is the founder and CEO of the women's nonprofit Womanist Community. Her organization designs and facilitates virtual and in-person conferences for hundreds of participants that provide a dynamic, supportive atmosphere through workshops, meditation, and movement. Nutting faced challenges while building a startup during a pandemic, but she worked through them and maintained a positive, optimistic mindset about the future of Womanist Community.
My drive to succeed comes from the family that I was raised in. They were a family who was incredibly supportive of whatever myself and my sister wanted to go after. We were firm believers in the idea that anything that you can imagine can be real. And because of this, as well as the values that they instilled in me, I have been really intentional in the people who I surround myself with. People who support me, people who challenge my mindset and my ideas, and then people who also believe in me. It allows me to expand my vision of what I can create, as well as my belief in what I'm capable of doing. For me, boundaries are crucial for a work-life balance. Identifying what areas or what time of day I'm the most creative, what time of day I really want to dedicate to spending time by myself, and then also spending time with my family has been very important. Some things that I absolutely need to do to help with my quality of life is move my body every day, meditation, and then also spending time with my golden retrievers.
Congratulations, Genevieve.
In her work as an attorney and healthcare team lead at Smith & Malik, Caitlin O'Brien advocates every day for equal access to healthcare for all. She helps assist federally qualified health centers throughout the state of Idaho. Additionally, she serves as a commissioner for Dalton Gardens Planning and Zoning. A courageous and direct communicator, O'Brien is driven to create access to quality healthcare for all individuals through the practice of law.
I think that this comes from my dad, honestly. He is a doer, and I think I inherited that trait from him. I can't sit still. Since I've been really young, I've always had this intrinsic drive to be perfect, which I know is unrealistic, but to achieve every goal that I set out for. And I really look up to him in that way because he is very much driven that way, and I feel the same. I want to thank the IBR for this honor. It's a pretty big deal. I feel very honored to be recognized with such a distinguished group of people. It feels good to be recognized for all the hard work you do, and I'm no exception to that. I feel really honored and valued. I mean, we work hard every day, and sometimes a lot of it just feels unnoticed, which is fine because we do what we do not to be noticed, but to do it for the people that we are doing it for, right? But it feels really good to be recognized. And I wouldn't be where I am today without my firm. They've really given me the opportunity to grow professionally and personally. And they've given me the tools I need to be successful.
Congratulations, Caitlin.
Sydney Osborne is the general manager of Graber & Company Salon and Day Spa. At 27 years old, she has already proven to be influential in her community and in her career in the beauty industry. She completed training at the American Beauty Academy in 2015, then went on to receive additional training at Paul Mitchell The School. In her current role at Graber, Osborne manages a large team and oversees all day-to-day business operations.
My drive to succeed, I would say, comes from my childhood and the way that my parents raised myself and my siblings. They always taught us that no matter what we were doing, whether we knew what we were doing or not, or it was something new, just to always do our best. And if you were doing that, then that counts as a win and you've done your job. The achievement that I'm the most proud of so far is not a recognized achievement. I haven't won an award for it or anything like that. But I would say the one that I'm the most proud of is when I see my team reaching their goals based on the coaching that I'm able to give them, and that we're working together cohesively to make their dreams come true. And when they do come true, it's the ultimate achievement for me. Oh, what's next on my professional bucket list? There's so many things. Certainly, moving into ownership of the salon, hopefully in the future. And then Woman of the Year is also on my bucket list, another award. And then, as much as it scares me, standing up on stage and speaking and sharing what I know so that I can help impact the lives of others and help them be better as well.
Congratulations, Sydney.
A huge congrats to you, Jenna McCulloch, Whitney Mestel, Genevieve Nutting, Caitlin O'Brien, and Sydney Osborne. Now let's hear from the next 5 accomplished individuals who teach, guide, and motivate, giving back to others, commonly serving pro bono, and who are all focused on changing the community for the better.
Krishna Pakala, an assistant professor at Boise State University, has been revolutionizing the engineering education field with an incredible commitment to his students. Pakala uses innovative and evidence-based teaching strategies that empower students with skills needed to succeed as 21st century engineers. During the pandemic, his deep experience in mobile learning accelerated his place as a campus-wide leader and resource as the university executed its hybrid and remote learning plan.
As educators, we have the opportunity to guide students' discoveries and change the trajectory of their lives. In the process, we are continuously blessed to be able to nurture the learning of the next generation of engineers, and more importantly, help them become good citizens. My drive to succeed stems from my commitment to providing students a transformative undergraduate experience. I really want to thank the Idaho Business Review for recognizing me as one of the 40 honorees for this award. I want to also mention a special thanks to Boise State for providing me a platform to dream big and achieve. All of this would not be possible without my parents' support. And I think the biggest driver for my success is my wife, Aparna, who supports me all along the way, taking care of the kids and me, and really empowers me to do my best for our students. Thank you.
Congratulations, Krishna.
Carissa Patterson started Button Babes Household Service in 2015. Under her leadership, the household cleaning company saw growth of 300% in its second year of operation and has continued to grow at a rate of 25% each subsequent year. In response to the unique challenges of the past year, Patterson ensured her team members maintained their physical safety and financial security with a full paycheck throughout the pandemic.
My drive to succeed, I think, comes from being a single parent and just knowing that I'm the only one that's supporting me and my children. And that's how I got started in my business, is just knowing that I had to work around their schedules and also provide a living for them. And then as the success has come, I think that satisfaction of helping other people grow and move on to different things that they love and enjoy and are passionate about just keeps fueling that drive. There is a statistic that talks about at least 90% of small businesses failing in the first 5 years. And we have been in business 7 years. And so when I hit that 5-year mark, I was really proud of that, and that we have been a debt-free company all along. And we're helping other single moms to have jobs and careers and things that they love and are growing in.
Congratulations, Carissa.
As an associate attorney for Holly Troxel, Chelsea Porter is a naturally gifted leader in the Treasure Valley community and serves with determination. She began her role there 7 years ago, and today she serves as bond counsel, underwriters counsel, bank counsel, and issuers counsel in municipal and other financial transactions. During the pandemic, Porter was given the opportunity to step into a leadership role at the firm and now serves as the chair of the Associate Liaison Committee.
So far, I would say that I am most proud of the relationships that I've built at Holly Troxel, as well as with my clients in the community. I've been very lucky to work under people that have already built such great contacts in the community, and I've been able to kind of follow behind them and learn from them. And I think that having clients that appreciate you and that you can see what you're doing for them just makes work that much more rewarding. And so I would say that I'm most happy about that. I would like to thank specifically of my clients, West Ada School District. Jonathan Gillen is the client who nominated me, and he is a pleasure to work with, and the school district is a pleasure to work with. And I thank them, and I thank Holly and Kim Kane, our marketing director, and all the people that helped me get here. And so I just want to thank them.
Congratulations, Chelsea.
Erica Porter is the clinical supervisor of the Substance Use Disorder Treatment Program at Heritage Health. She is a compassionate and innovative leader who is willing to serve in rural communities, a demographic that is consistently underserved in Idaho. Over the years, Porter has demonstrated her dedication to mental health care by offering pro bono therapy at the Kootenai Community Recovery Center. She also serves as a member of the Heritage Health LGBTQ Advisory Committee.
My drive to succeed really comes from just living in this community. I feel like we have so much work to do regarding stigma of mental health and addictions. I think just building and strengthening the team here at Heritage Health Restore Paths. We have a really amazing team, and I'm really proud of that. I just started school at Eastern Washington University, from a master's in business administration. I don't know where that's going to take me, but I'm excited. And I just want to thank Idaho Business Review for the recognition. Thank you.
Congratulations, Erica.
HR manager of Holly Troxel, Melissa Schaefer's leadership style is focused on working together and supporting everyone. While only in her first year of her role when the pandemic hit, Schaefer helped ensure everyone at the firm continued to maintain a healthy, safe, and productive work environment. Her knowledge-based decision-making and compassion for her fellow employees provided to strike the right balance for guiding the firm through the past year.
My drive definitely comes with the way, with how I grew up. I grew up on a farm. I was taught at a very young age that a strong work ethic can take me far. And I think that's always pushed me to succeed. You know, a small town girl from a farm doesn't always make the papers and becomes a success. You have to work really hard. And I think that drive behind it was growing up on a farm and just seeing that, you know, hard work could take me places. And if I really wanted to achieve something, I could. Definitely thanks to the IBR. I think it's such a great award, and it highlights those individuals who have accomplished so much, I think. And thanks to Holly Troxel, they do a great job at finding the individuals within our firm who qualify for an accomplishment like this. And of course, thank you to my family and friends. You know, they are the backbone to every person who ever receives an award, for sure.
Congratulations, Melissa.
Way to go, Krishna Pakala, Carissa Patterson, Chelsea Porter, Erica Porter, and Melissa Schaefer. Now, I'd like to welcome back Cindy to introduce our final groups of honorees.
Thank you, Lauren. The stories of these honorees are inspiring for sure. The honorees we are about to introduce you to show a strong commitment to their communities and believe you never stop learning. Let's learn more.
Erin Sims is the Senior Vice President of Human Resources for St. Luke's Health System. She started her position right before the state of Idaho and its healthcare systems were disrupted by the pandemic. It has been no small feat to oversee HR for St. Luke's over the last year, but through it all, Sims has shown courage, determination, and ingenuity in leading her team members to overcome the numerous challenges they faced.
I think my drive to succeed started early on with my parents. They really focused on teaching us the importance of education and continual learning, and having that be a priority and important thing that we focused on. And that certainly has carried over to my career. The achievement I'm most proud of is a pretty recent one. I was named the Interim Vice President of Human Resources at St. Luke's in February of 2020. So weeks before our first COVID patient was cared for in one of our organizations. And I had to learn really fast in the interim role and have the confidence to make a lot of decisions with, no playbook. Everyone was navigating the same thing. And for me, just trusting myself and relying on the network of colleagues that I've established across the St. Luke's health system really helped me navigate that. But, to then be promoted to the role in June after, kind of an intense months-long job interview it's a huge accomplishment and really a privilege and an honor to be able to have the opportunity to lead the HR organization at St. Luke's.
Congratulations, Erin.
William Smith is an associate attorney at Holland & Hart LLP, where he advises clients on matters from contracts to mergers and acquisitions, securities offerings, and stock buyback agreements. Prior to this role, he spent 4 years at Holly Troxel, where he focused on a variety of employment and human resources-based matters. Smith credits his parents as inspiration for his drive and commitment to provide his clients with excellence every day.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my mother. I think it was Emerson that said that men are what their mothers made them. And my mother definitely pushed me as when I was younger to succeed. She's followed closely only by my father, who also was always there, pushing me to succeed. But now I'd have to say that the vast majority of my drive really comes from my wife, Hillary, and just kind of watching her and what she's doing and the accomplishments that she's received and been able to accomplish in her life, and looking at that and honestly just trying to keep up. I think that's a big part of where my drive comes from. The one thing that I always try to make time for every day is to have family dinner. I'm always trying to be home in time for that. For us, we have family dinner between 5:30 and 6. That can be tricky as a lawyer in private practice, but that's something that I've made very important in my life. It gives me an opportunity to go around the table and talk to each one of my kids and ask them, what was your favorite part of the day, and then have a conversation about their day. And that's something that's really helped me feel connected or stay connected to my family and my personal life. I really want to thank the Idaho Business Review for the opportunity to receive this award. It's a great honor, and it's humbling to think about all the accomplished professionals, young professionals that I personally know, and to think that I was selected for this award. And I really appreciate having that opportunity.
Congratulations, William.
Grayson Stone is an agent for commercial brokerage services for TOK Commercial, where he has amassed millions of dollars in high-profile regional transactions. He is also a dedicated advocate for pediatric cancer awareness and support. Stone and his wife provided the initial donation for what would become the Magic Valley Pediatric Cancer Coalition, over which he presided last year. Outside of his work and charitable contributions, Stone also sits on the board of directors for the Twin Falls Area Chamber of Commerce.
My drive to succeed comes from obviously my family. I've got 2 beautiful daughters and a wonderful wife. So being able to provide for them is definitely one of the coolest things. I would have to say my biggest achievement, secondary from being able to join TOK, is probably being a dad. It was definitely difficult transitioning to a digital world for me. My daughters like to joke that I'm the world's worst millennial. And so me and technology don't necessarily get along the best. So transitioning was a little difficult, but just leaning on my peers on how to use everything definitely helped. I'm not sure I have a work-life balance just yet. I think I'm still trying to perfect that. I absolutely try and make time every day to talk with my wife, play with my kids, and make sure I'm home to kind of tuck them in bed. I would just like to thank the Idaho Business Review for selecting me for the award, and I also want to give a huge shout out to TOK Commercial for taking a chance on this kid from Twin Falls.
Congratulations, Grayson.
Taylor Tibbetts is a committed family man, dedicated attorney, and accomplished entrepreneur with strong Idaho roots. In addition to working as a licensed attorney and caring for his 5 children, he has also created 2 successful businesses, Empire Title and Got Game Technologies. Outside of work, Tibbetts serves as a board member at several local organizations, including Business Links Boise, Boise Valley Habitat for Humanity, and the CUNA Urban Renewal Agency.
I believe my drive to succeed comes primarily from seeing the example of my parents, how hard they worked and how much they cared for me and my siblings and the opportunities that they tried to create for us. And it allowed me to set high goals for myself academically and then subsequently in my professional life as well. So an achievement in my life that I'm really proud of is my graduation from law school. It was a long and hard process to get there, and it took a lot of support from my wife in particular, as well as my children and my extended family. But it was an amazing experience to be able to accomplish that and begin my career as an attorney. The goal that I have in being general counsel for Empire Title is to see this company grow and develop into the potential that it has now. There are a lot of opportunities with the growth of our market in the Treasure Valley to make impact and to help people and to help our community come together. And I'd love to see this company, Empire Title, be able to grow and facilitate that growth within the valley and help make the lives of the folks in the Treasure Valley better. I just want to give a special thank you to my sweet wife, Kayla, for all the sacrifices that she's made to help us achieve our goals.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Bailey Tucker started her career at Idaho Central Credit Union as a high school intern. She has since excelled in a variety of roles at the company, most recently as a branch manager. In just 4 years, Tucker has grown her branch to an asset size of more than $137 million. She has also proven to be a capable leader with the unique ability to establish connections, both with her coworkers and clientele.
My drive to succeed really comes from my mom. She was a single parent most of my life, and she's a huge inspiration to me. She worked really hard to make sure my sister and I had everything that we needed and more. I can actually recall this one story about my mom signing me up for volleyball when I was in the 7th grade. I was really terrible. I hated it. But my mom, and I wanted to quit after the first day of tryouts. I was like, Mom, I am not good at this. I don't like it. And one thing that my mom taught me was that you always finish what you start. And so since I started that season, she made me finish it. Now, anytime that I start something and I want to quit, I just look back at that moment and think, we don't quit, we finish what we start. And my mom's voice is always in my head there. So I really think that and many other examples like that of my mom really are the reason why I drive to succeed so much.
Congratulations, Bailey.
Congratulations, Aaron Sims, William Smith, Grayson Stone, Taylor Tibbetts, and Bailey Tucker. I'm continually impressed by the talent we have in Idaho, especially among these accomplished individuals. Now, let's introduce our final group of honorees who lead with passion, value the importance of kindness, and believe you should listen more than you speak.
Christina Turpin is the Senior Manager of Cancer Control Strategic Partnerships for the American Cancer Society. From securing grants for statewide cancer screenings to collaborating with organizations on cancer prevention and treatment initiatives, Turpin's work has been crucial to creating a healthier Idaho. In her role, she often relies on her grandmother's advice to remain thoughtful, to be kind to all things, and to slow down and listen.
Professionally, I think the achievement I'm most proud of is the relationships that I've been able to cultivate here across Idaho. My role is very much a convener, and so I've been able to bring different health systems and payers and survivors of cancer together to achieve a really big impact in the cancer world here in Idaho. And I think I always like creating a space that is safe and creates innovation, and I think I've been able to do that here, and I'm most proud of that. I just want to say thank you to my family and friends that always support me, especially my husband, who gives me the support to be able to do something I love day in and day out, and also to the American Cancer Society to let me innovate and do the work I love here in the community and help others the way I love to. So thank you.
Congratulations, Christina.
Cora Whitney is an attorney at Smith & Malek. In this role, she is able to live out her personal philosophy of encouraging and lifting others up, and her professional philosophy of being the hardest working and most prepared person in the room. Whitney is an active community member who serves on the board with the Rotary International Foundation, while also mentoring other female attorneys inside and outside her firm.
Recently, in the past 3 years, my drive to succeed has come from wanting to be a role model for my daughter. She was born about 2.5 years ago, and that really changed my focus of wanting to be a good mom and a good lawyer, to be someone she could be proud of. So the achievement I'm most proud of, other than my daughter, is the marriage that I've built with my husband. We've been married for 4 years, and we work on having a genuine partnership between the two of us. We're both lawyers and both professionals, and so it takes a lot of work to have a good partnership between the two of us. The most important thing for me every day is picking my daughter up from daycare on time. I've never been late, and I'm very proud of that. And also, her and I read books at night. She likes to choose 4 or 5 books every night, and she tells me about that each night. And we spend time together reading those books before she goes to bed. Thank you to the Idaho Business Review for this recognition, and thank you to my husband, Tyler Whitney, for all the support that he has given me in my career.
Congratulations, Cora.
As the Development Director of Capital City Development Corporation, Doug Woodruff has made significant contributions to the infrastructure of Boise. The renovation of the Grove Street Plaza, the Broad Street neighborhood improvement, and a new urban park at 11th and Bannock Streets have all benefited from his leadership. Woodruff believes that through acts big and small, we each have the power to influence our world and bring about the change we wish to see.
I think that it comes from strong family values, being raised in a household where doing a good job and working hard was valued a lot. Today, it really comes from being a member of our community and working as a part of the city of Boise and wanting to see our future be one that is full of a high quality of life like we experience today. I'm really proud of the current role that I hold here at CCDC. Being the development director is an accomplishment I've been working towards for a long time. I'm proud of it because in this position I have the ability to work with the team, and it really is gratifying to see others succeed in ways that I help guide and shape and support from behind. I think for me, the tips and tricks of staying motivated were planning ahead, making sure that I maintain my routine. Starting the day with exercise and a meal plan and sticking to that schedule just helped keep myself energized and productive.
Congratulations, Doug.
As principal and partner of River Structures Consulting, William Zimmerman enjoys improving his community's parks, recreation opportunities, and infrastructure. He follows a simple business philosophy: provide an excellent product or service at a fair price that betters the community. Zimmerman's diverse technical skill set and genuine interest in serving the greater good has been invaluable to the growth of River Structures Consulting, where he has provided leadership mentoring to many younger engineers.
Where does my drive to succeed come from? I think really it comes from me liking new challenges and new tasks. I'm one of those people that tends to get bored kind of easily. So if I don't have something new or different to chase and go for, then I kind of get stuck in a rut and a little bit bored. So for growth, that's great because I'm always looking for, well, what can I do next? And maybe what's the next step? Or how can I grow and do something else in my career? So I think that's really given me a good aptitude for management and learning new things and continuing my career and never getting really stagnant doing only one thing. And I obviously would really like to thank my wife and my business partner, Chris, and his wife, Heather Boyd. All my employees here that I work with at my company have been great and super supportive, and quite frankly, I wouldn't be here without any of them. Obviously, thank you to IDR for putting this wonderful program together that allows some of our younger professionals in the community to kind of highlight their experiences and their wishes and the kind of the next generation of leadership for our community. It's really exciting to see. Being in the engineering world, it's a pretty small community, and this is a great opportunity to get out and meet some, accomplished young professionals from a little bit different walks of life and get their unique perspective on the world and how they do business.
Congratulations, William.
Zachary Zollinger is a passionate lawyer, a dedicated husband and father, and a valued Idaho community member. He works as an associate attorney for Holland & Hart, where he collaborates with and finds creative solutions for his clients. Outside of the office, Zollinger strives to give back to his community whenever and wherever possible. He serves as a board member for the Downtown Boise Association and as well as a volunteer for Cathedral of the Rookies and court-appointed special associates.
In terms of my drive to succeed, I always tend to think that it comes from growing up and playing sports and the sort of competitive desire that instilled in me and taught me the value of. The thing that I'm most proud of in my life right now is the family that my wife and I have been able to build. We were high school sweethearts and we got married, almost 10 years ago now. And we've got 3 kids under the age of 5. And it's a lot of work, but there's probably nothing else in my life that I'm more proud of. The last year for the legal profession has been so remarkably different than any of the other years that I've experienced, especially in Idaho, where Our courts were closed down for jury trials for about a year, and currently there's an enormous backlog of criminal cases. The next thing that I hope I can do is get into a courtroom, talk to a judge, or go to a jury trial and be able to stand up in front of 12 people and represent my clients, because it's been so long since any of us have been able to do that.
Congratulations, Zachary.
Well done, Christina Turpin, Cora Whitney, Doug Woodruff, William Zimmerman, and Zachary Zollinger. Congratulations to this year's Accomplished Under 40 honorees. Our future is in good hands with this impressive group of young leaders. Thanks again to our virtual event venue sponsor, Boise Center, and our virtual event celebration sponsors. The Idaho Business Review Accomplished Under 40 program is possible because of your incredible support. I want to also thank those guests who engaged in the chat and on social media using the hashtag IBR events. Keep the comments and the photos posting for the rest of the evening and trending in the days ahead, and continue the celebration online. The Accomplished Under 40 publication is now available and will be distributed to all subscribers in Friday's edition of the Idaho Business Review and at idahobusinessreview.com. Nominations are now open for the 2022 Accomplished Under 40 Awards, so while you're on our website, be sure to nominate a deserving candidate. We invite you to join us for our next award programs, which both will be held in person. Women of the Year on September 30th at Boise Center, and Top Projects on October 14th at the Galaxy Events Center. For more information about the Idaho Business Review, our special publications, webinar, and events, please visit our website. On behalf of the Idaho Business Review, congratulations to all the 2021 Accomplished Under 40 honorees. Thank you for being our guest and joining us this afternoon. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great evening.